I want to do something nice, gardeny, featurey next to the
thing there.
Mm.
This Twitter thing. You know, so I
Yeah.
see, that's why I know. Anytime you see, you know, this is how I get upset sometimes, you see. When we see people make things when not supposed to bother them, be a big problem to them, that upset me bad enough. It upset me bad. Come here, say to myself, say, why these people make that thing be a problem to them and ideally enough for them problem, then can't do nothing about it. So why them a put it on them brains and I get themselves stress? Me say a lot of people you see have heart attack and stress. You have to call it self-inflicted because it could be avoided. You understand?
Yeah.
Then take up too much on their head, man.
But you know what I think it is as well, guys? I think it is like we don't start out like that. People in general don't start out like that. Because I'm guilty of being like that myself, but people don't start out like that. I think what it is like I was saying, you have to go through a significant life event. Something has to happen to you
Yeah.
for it to trigger
Yeah,
trigger it.
Mm.
And usually, especially if you're taking on somebody else's issues, it's usually a thing where, all right, say for example, I'm good, I'm bubbly, I got my problems, I got my issues and things, but I don't let them bother me. Other people have their problems, I don't let it bother me. But then I've gone through certain things in my life, yeah. So for me, I would say like using my mum's situation, yeah. Now where I'm in a place of healing, I feel like, and I feel like I'm getting back to myself, and I feel good. I'm everything I'm doing is Bible, or I'm doing something positive, affirmations, anything to make me feel good, and that's healthy. Working out, anything. So if I feel a little bit down, or if I wake up too tired, I'll do exercising. Then say someone calls me up and they say this one's passed away or something like that. It's a trigger. You understand?
Yep.
But anything else, you tell me, at my place in my point where I am now, I'm Chris.
Yeah.
I can sit on the phone, I can sit here with you, I can, you know, listen to you, and I can reason with you. But you see, when that switch flick, then it feels like it's happening to you, because you start remembering all the stuff that you went through.
Yeah.
And so then you kind of, your energy starts to get drawn in like it's happening to you.
Yeah.
You feel passionate about it. So then you want to go for that person, go hard for them. Or even if you're not going hard, it could be a thing where you feel like they're not doing it the way they should, or it should be done. So then you feel passionate about that. And rather than staying out of it, like you're saying, which is the sensible thing to do, the reasonable thing to do. Do you get what I'm saying? Everybody else has got their life. All of us individually are our own person. So at the end of the day, it's like, if I am going through something, I don't really want to put that on you. I don't want to put that on the next person. But you know, we've always got someone who we confide in.
Yeah, but
it just depends on how we deal with it, cause like,
yeah, but it's just like, you know what that is as well. You know, like some people have problem, and them have inner problem, personal problem,
yeah,
and the least you could think, then take it out on other people. You understand? That not solve your problem, you know, by taking it out on somebody else, you know.
no,
And you have people again, we have them problem, and no matter what, you can't even know. So them the people have problem.
yeah,
Because then talk to you good, everything good. You know what I mean? You know, pick up no vibes like nothing. But you see them people don't know how to deal with them things. Some people just don't know how to deal with them things.
exactly.
Me see people already, you know, where me I say me not do them nothing, you know. And told them, when me approach them and told them I did me, I said, boy, I want me do them. It's like me do them something, but you not do them nothing.
They're
but
taking it out on you.
them take it up on you. Where you don't even know nothing about how I go on, you're innocent.
But I promise you, we all guilty of doing the same thing.
Yep.
If you're not guilty of doing it, you're not human. It's how you get through it. How do you not do that? Do you get what I'm saying? How do you get out of that cycle? sometimes you can say it starts with a conversation with the other person, but sometimes if you do that, it could make the situation worse.
Worse, especially
that person not ready.
Or that person now say what you want for hear.
Yeah. And then if you got two ignorant people, that's not gonna make
Lord
it.
of His tender loving mercy. If two ignorant people can have a conversation. That's two ignorant people can have World War III. Because if me ignorant and you ignorant, when me hold my point and you hold your point, you know,
there's no point.
Nobody come down and say, well, you know, you're right. You know, everybody has to stick to freedom and say, yes. You know what I mean? It takes somebody with a good amount of reasoning ability for can admit and submit and say, you know, you have a point, you're right, you know. We never see it that way there. Blah, blah, blah. But some people now do that because they feel like, say, if them admit to that, then feel like, say, it's a war, them a fight and then lose.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And ideally,
and they take that to heart. Some people take that to heart.
Trust me. You know,
that will start a whole nother thing.
Yeah. You know. You see a lot of them things. That's why most of the time I try to avoid people.
Conversation, conflict.
Me avoid it because when you see a conversation I go certain way and you see it about to escalate, me know.
Yeah.
So it go escalate. Based on how the other person attack them body language and everything you can say, you know, this ain't going nowhere. That's why sometimes I give in and say, all right, you win, done.
Yeah.
You win.
Yeah.
That's with, you know what I mean? That's finish everything before it reach even further.
Yeah.
A conversation lead to fight, you know. Conversation lead to people dead.
Yeah.
Because people just get angry and upset and people just, you know what I mean?
And then in the end, it's not even worth it.
No. At the end of the day, That's why I say, you say ignorance. Ignorance is an everlasting thing. Ignorance, no good. Ignorance mix up with may I always say ignorance and illiteracy is a bad combination.
Yeah.
It's a very bad combination. You understand? I mean, know people who is illiterate but them not ignorant. Neither. You understand? You can reason with them, you can chat with them, and then you have some people who are very intelligent and they're ignorant like pig.
Yeah.
I tell you, them ignorant, but you want to say, sometimes you say, oh, this is somebody so intelligent and can read and go to university and dark, so.
But we all got it in us though, cuz, like, you see what I try to do, is I try to see the best in people when I'm in a good mood. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say when I'm vexed and I I try and but I do try and see the best in people, because I don't know, when I speak to people, I just try and remember how I've been. Do you get what I'm saying? And I know behind closed doors, do you get me? Because we can all be one way, how we are now, but behind closed doors, you don't know how I am, and I don't know how you are. I don't know what your life is like in your house.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I always take into consideration how things affect me and apply it, or at least I try to. I don't always get it right, but I try to apply it. Do you get me? And take it into consideration, but I don't use it as an excuse for why people should act the way they act.
Yeah.
And why I should act the way I act as well. Do you get what I'm saying? It's all a learning lesson. It's all reflecting. Basically, for me, I just learn and go through it. What I make a mistake with, I try and muster up the courage and, do you get me, forgive myself.
You know, them of us saying that you learn by your mistake. But for me, I say you learn by your experience. Your experience. Because if you don't experience something, it come like you can't even know what it is all about, what it feel like. Because somebody go experience something, somebody go to prison. And when he go to prison and come back, he might say, boy, you know, it's a prison rough, you know. He might tell you, listen. But actually, the feeling for it, young can say, boy, I saw me here. But if you say, for you, if you go there, then you're going to say, boy, me see what the man talk about, you know. Like somebody go to London and say, London pretty. You know, you might say London pretty, but when you actually go to London now, and see say London, that's where speaking, you know what I mean? And see London, you say, wow, London pretty for you. You get what I say, though? It's all about experience. You understand what I say, though? That's what my, you know?
Yeah.
You know, me see happen. Sometimes some things that me laugh to, you see. because me a man love laugh over people, you know. When me see them do foolishness, you know. You know, some of that work last night, you know. And one man, he might work on his station, but he left and gone somewhere. And I never have no work on my station, I do. And I see film station, and I just go there, and I just go and do for him. I know he gone, but he have a little bit of work on there. And I just go and do for him, thing for him. One woman, where I work beside me, I said to me, say, I tell me, say, like him, and I should have said, oh, a John station, as if me no know. Say at John station. And she see me do the work, she feel like, say, me say, look here, me never log him out, you know. Him still logging, so me I work, me I help him. You understand? So me know she must feel like, say, my problem must log in. But I know that's the problem. Sometimes some people not accustomed to people, see people doing something good. Them always see people.
Sometimes people just don't know when to. That's why I love my dad. My dad taught me the best lesson when I was younger. He said to me, Sheba, only concern yourself with what concerns you.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to do that, especially because I learned from so young. You know, as a young person, you always go around, you're observing, you're exploring. I swear, for me, I just felt like that's when I started to notice how many people are in people's business unnecessarily.
Yep.
And at no good cost of. This is how people get sick.
Yeah.
This is how people get sick.
Take on too much.
It starts with the little thing.
Yeah.
And then you're creating a habit for yourself.
Yep.
And so you start it with one person. Say like the person come to you and say that now, and then they find themselves going and saying it to the next person about something else now, and then bothering the next person with something
spread
else.
like disease.
And then after a while, exactly, it spread. And then after a while, you start to realize that people are acting different towards you, and you're having to respond now differently.
Yeah.
And it don't
Me
help
see
the
that.
situation.
Me see that. Me experience that, cause.
And all they're doing when they do that is creating a problem for themselves.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's not creating no problem for you unless you let
I
it.
fit them. You know, say, me have family members, see, when me and them tight, yeah.
Yeah.
And me and another family member have a little simple altercation. I know, so the family member who me and them did tight. When I say tight, and then they used to send video, come give me if any little thing I go and say them send and say, boy, this I go and re. But I notice if I'm in the little other person have a little altercation, the one that me did tight with switch up. Me I say, you can pick up a vibes and know, because when you're somebody tight, you're used to them.
Yeah.
And I say, but wait. You come like certain people that vex with me because of the other person. I mean, and they never have nothing, you know. You understand me? I say, I look on you and say, but look there. And the whole of our family. Basically, the three of our family. You understand? So I say, for that person, go take side. Like, I'm vexed with me. I say, boy, you look like Sally, well, somebody there, me thinks that she like me, but she never like me, she hate me like poison. She doesn't wait for your opportunity. You understand? And the opportunity, but she thinks she get. She not get nothing, because at the end of the day, even her mother asked me, say, what me and so-and-so have. Me say, me and so-and-so don't have nothing, you know. And me and so-and-so didn't argue, but so-and-so take you up. And one way, when they could have said, you know what, we are family, and so if you go, make we deal with this away, but then take it. You know what I mean? But I don't make it trouble, me neither still. Because that's what me done. No, as long as me have my garden, I don't need people.
It's not even that. It's just you don't. I'm trying not to take on. I think just in general, like everybody just needs to just try and not take on the other person's issue. And I used to have that mentality, and then obviously from last year with the situation with mum and thing, it went left a little bit, but I'm getting back to a space where you can't let, like I said, it's the same thing I keep saying, like you cannot let other people's issues, other people's, all right, you said experiences, so you can't let other people's experiences affect your experiences.
I can make it affect your life. You can't
let it make, if you make it affect your experiences, you're going to, it's not gonna go well for you. You understand? And then worst off, a lot of the time, say like you make me feel some type of way about something. That's not your problem.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying to you? On a real level, if you have said something and I feel a type of way, that is not your problem. The problem is, why do I feel that type of way?
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then I got to figure out why I feel that type of way when you say something. And then I've got to figure out how to adjust my life so when someone says something, I don't feel like that. Because otherwise, anyone could just come to me and say something, it bother me, and then what am I going to do with
and
that?
for the rest of your life, you're going to live in a botheration because you're going to always have people always have something.
Right. Do you understand what I'm saying?
People always have something. So, boy, if I run out, left out of the world and going on a different world where you're not seeing a body for nothing.
That's probably why I come to you and say, listen, sir.
Yeah.
But talking to you now and reflecting, like, do you get what I'm saying? No one can't bother you unless you let the person bother you. And it's not them bothering you, it's the way you're responding, your body responds.
And the way you accept it.
Yeah, it's the way your body, your mind, your consciousness is responding to it.
Yeah, the way you observe it and the way you take it, innit? Yeah. The way you translate it.
If you and we're not born like that, so if you can learn to feel things like that, to take in things like that,
and make you better, you can learn to make you not better. You.
That's it.
Well, I'm
easier said than done, but it can be done.
Me good for that. I miss V. Although I miss V talk, and Miss V said, boy, oh, you deal with things different. Me say, yeah, me make. Listen, if so, the main thing.
Laid back,
the main thing about it, you see, put it this way. You see when if me and somebody in an argument, you see if me wrong, me swing very low. If me know me wrong, and you can't wrong it right at the same time. You see if me right, then me high, cause me know me right. That is how me is. And you see if somebody says something about me, and me know me not guilty of it still, me don't make it bother me, you know.
See that part about it. That part about it, yeah, I will say that's with me as well. Like if someone says something about me, unless it's like now I can say that. If someone says something about me, I don't make it bother me if it's not true. Even if it's true, I don't make it bother me.
Yeah.
If it's true,
so like what me say.
If it's true and I've gone out and told somebody and I don't want them to know, then I shouldn't have told nobody.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I don't make it bother me that much. But
so like what me say, fuck it.
Yeah,
fuck it. Because you know what? When we look on as well, you see if you know want something to stick on you, just pretend say you love it. But if somebody listen,
I can't pretend.
Yeah, I tell you, if you listen, if somebody says something about you or call you one name and something, and you're afraid of the name, it stick on you more.
Yeah.
But if you're going like say, Joe, you love it, trust me, quick time, everything forget about. Now, but people stop, not even business about you. You do something
even
bad.
Even if you don't love it, even if you don't bring light to it, it could still, like you said, from when you let out something, it could spread like wildfire, depending on the person that's got it. That's fine. But for me, I just feel like, personally, once I remove myself from the situation, mentally, emotionally, physically, I'm fine.
And spiritually?
Yeah, I'm fine. Once I remove myself from a bad situation, I'm fine. Because then I can think clear. My head is clear. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can think, all right, my thing as well is to turn any negative that comes across me into a positive.
Yeah.
So as soon as, and usually if I'm in the middle of the thing, it just don't help for me. Once I can remove myself from that energy, I'm nice.
Yeah.
Then I can focus on the things that I need to be doing for myself.
The positivity. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't make negativity hold you down and hold you back, you know. Trust me. You can't have sleepless nights over negativity. As I say, as long as it's something that have no effect on your life.
Yeah.
You don't stop you from eat, you don't stop you from sleep, you don't stop you from pay your bills, you don't stop you from look what you're picking them, you don't stop you from nothing. Me just say, fuck it. That is my thing. Fuck it.
That's what I'm gonna start trying to adjust.
Practice it, trust me. Just practice already. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Me I do something enough time. Me I do something and me I fight it for you know when you try something to fix something and it not work, and you left it and you go and you come back and you try again and it not work, and you go and you come back. Me just reach to a point in my time and I say, you know what, this thing guy cannot work. Fuck it down. And trust me, you left it and you will go back the next time and then you work out.
But the good thing with you is you've adjusted to that attitude, you've adjusted to that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you don't have to learn that
No,
more.
we can't teach
But
people
for
that.
for those who are not in that situation yet,
Yeah.
it is just learning to adjust to life differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can adjust to a lifestyle that you're in now, you can adjust to a next lifestyle to make yourself feel like fuck it.
It's all about look, but it's all about
for me
look.
that would be difficult.
It's all about looking at things from a different angle.
Perspective, yeah.
Look upon it from a different
100.
angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a different side to everything. You might look upon it this one and it look away, but you look upon it one next week and you know what I mean? Always a different angle towards thing. People, a video done.